Stylish King. I've put it in for second, and I thought that Evil Eye could improve on its recent runs and have thrown it in for third. So numbers 5, 7 and 1.
Thank you, Johnny. Yes, you can see there on the read rating technology the moves as we have less than a minute of betting time remaining to the start of the first leg of the quaddie at Bendigo.
As presented by the Seven Network through Datacar Services, we see here that $2.70 is thereabouts for New Kingston, about the 7 to 4 quote here on the machine. You're then out in the market to the next ones, which are 9 and 7 in that order. 650 Trumpeter, 680 about Stylish King, 740 for Tyrolism, and then we have 970 about Evil Eye, 1160 for Joycrest.
Right, there's the situation at Bendigo. The first of the runners have moved into the gate for the start of race 5, the Healthy Diet Maiden. It's the first leg of the quaddie. The win pool has topped 61,000, and collectively more than 100,000 has been bet already on. Not already, it's in the dying seconds, aren't we? More than 100,000 bet win and place alone on this race at Bendigo.
Horse moving into line there is After Dark, and it's just about to come around and walk into its gate. The starter is on the platform, and they'll soon be ready to go. Brian Blackmore, our caller from Sport 927, 260 the favourite way, number 5. Good luck for your quaddies.
They've gone away in a good line. First out, Stylish King. Away okay was Joycrest, and also New Kingston began quickly with Shy Nick. Over on the outside, Evil Eye as they settled with After Dark going forward, easing their Trumpeter. Back behind it would have been Tyrolism with Blitz the Stars. Last of all is Sonora. Running down towards the 1,200 metre mark, and it's Joycrest by 3 parts of a length of the Bolter After Dark. 3 away, New Kingston third. 2 lengths further back, then comes Stylish King. A neck the inside of it was Shy Nick, a length and a half to Evil Eye. Then Flighty Affair, 2.5 Trumpeter with Sonora. Tyrolism last of all is Blitz the Stars. Off the back, 1,000 out, and Joycrest in front by a half length now, a neck to After Dark. Still 3 away, third is New Kingston, travelling okay. 1 away from the inside, Shy Nick is fourth. Around it then Stylish King, 2 lengths to Evil Eye with Flighty Affair. Sonora making ground, there's Tyrolism back with a Trumpeter, and last of all is Blitz the Stars as they head down towards the turn. 650 metres out, and Joycrest by a neck After Dark, 2 lengths to New Kingston, travelling nicely third, about to come out 3 deep from Shy Nick. Stylish King next, Evil Eye the outside, then Flighty Affair, Sonora, Tyrolism, and further back Trumpeter, and they've dropped off Blitz the Stars as they corner at the 400 metre mark, and After Dark has gone up the head off Joycrest. On the outside, New Kingston travels up sweetly now to join the pair from Stylish King. Then comes Flighty Affair, back with it Shy Nick, and further out Sonora, the widest runner Tyrolism, 200 metres out, and New Kingston went for home here. Stylish King about to get the second, battling away Tyrolism, Evil Eye, but New Kingston clear with 100 metres left to go from Stylish King. After Dark and down the outside Tyrolism, and it wins easily. New Kingston by 2 lengths, Stylish King. Tyrolism third from Shy Nick, After Dark, Sonora, Evil Eye, Flighty Affair. Trumpeter didn't give a kick, and last him was Joycrest, bar 1 tailed off, and that was Blitz the Stars.
Number 5, the winner, New Kingston, landing some good bets. 6 to 4 on the tote, $2.50. It was the one they came for on track with. The Shadow Roll, it charges away under Mark Flaherty to score from number 7, Stylish King. Third, number 8, Tyrolism. If you're on Trumpeter, what a blow.
Well, a popular start to the quaddie there at Bendigo, and that final dividend of $2.50, which equates to 6 to 4 from comments made by John Bell, was more generous than bookmakers offered towards the close of betting there. So there's New Kingston with Mark Flaherty aboard. Putting in a pretty successful, well, a very strong performance to win, Brendan.
Yes, that's it, running up 3 wide to tackle for the lead. You see the Shadow Roll emerge, the white cap on Mark Flaherty as it ranges up in the Chris Parry colours. Tacking it up into the race there was Stylish King, and that's it behind, and Tyrolism behind those. But we see that this quickly lengthened stride and put paid to them New Kingston, and came away for what was a rather comfortable win, Keith.
Yes, the form was there at his last appearance at Bendigo. He was runner-up to Stonington in maiden company, then went to a Class 1 event at Mornington and finished midfield. Back to Maiden Company today. He was far too strong. Nice run from the Terry O'Sullivan horse.
Yes, there's another push for the Aceway form line going into the next race. This horse ran 8th to Aceway last start, but the Aceway form has stacked up very well in recent times, and one would think that again it's going to be quite prominent. This horse from the stable of David Hall coming up in the Penang Jockey Club Cup.
It's number 8 in the next. Ace the way to go. New Kingston number 5 will pay $2.50 and $1.40. Second, 7 Stylish King. The return for Stylish King will be $1.90. And 8 Tourism. Snatch third placing, paying $2.50. The favourite was the winner, New Kingston. You'll find that the Quinella 5 and 7 will pay $9.40. The trifecta 5, 7 and 8, $78.20. And the running double, a pair of 5s, $11 even. There's Mark Flaherty. We didn't see a lot of Mark for quite some time. He was sidelined through most common complaint for jockeys, excessive weight, Brendan.
And a back injury.
And a back injury. I saw you tapping your back to tell me that was a back injury. I thought I was well on the first time. Okay, sorry about that also. There's Mark Flaherty bringing him back to scale, New Kingston. And I think, judging by that win, like the previous winner, Paris Archway, is a likely candidate to progress to at least midweek city class.
Yes, Keith, pretty keen effort there by New Kingston. Certainly another win in the grades for him.
Totes confirmed there, but they're not. That's not the correct way. Of course, as the horses make their way to the barrier. Time now, as we mentioned, to introduce our second guest. Same surname, it's Clifton, so it's Clifton Clan Day. This time it's Terry Clifton, who is the media manager for the VRC, having severed his link with the TAB.
That's right, Andrew Clifton jumped into my seat at Tabcorp.
Not related?
No, not related. It was actually quite amazing. I actually employed Andrew at the TAB, and the position that I employed him for originally, I went through the applications and I read through the details of Andrew's application and thought, well, this guy sounds okay for the job. Looked at his surname and thought, no, that's going to be confusing if he's working with me. So I put him aside, and we went through interviewed a number of the other applicants and didn't find any suitable. So I went back to the original list, and I thought, well, I can't penalise this guy because he's got the same surname as me, and we interviewed him and he got the job.
He's doing a great job too, Terry. Terry, your big weekend of racing coming up. We've got the Super Oversized Produce on Saturday. That's the feature event on the Saturday card.
No, that's Monday, Keith.
Oh, Monday as well. So we've got the triple, the 3 races on Monday, along with the Australian Cup and the Newmarket Handicap, but a big card on Saturday to lead us into Monday.
Well, that's right, Keith. Saturday, the CUNY Stakes and the Blood Horse Breeder Stakes, 2 group races, are the highlights of Saturday's program. Saturday actually is known as Rose Day at Flemington, and it's going to be a great day for ladies who are going to the races. The first 2,000 ladies to arrive receive a free lapel rose if you're going to Flemington on Saturday, and lots of other activities surrounding Rose Day, a rose tour, a rose display, and there's a special rose information booth, and there's fashion parade. So it's a real day for the ladies, I guess, on Saturday with that rose focus. But of course the big day is Monday, Australian Cup Day, and while the race itself is just going to be fantastic. Now, even though Saintly was such a tragic blow for racing, it's meant the race is as open a race as you could find. It really is a tough little race.
And we have confirmed this morning, or trainer John Hawkes has confirmed, that this will be the last run in Melbourne for the Big O, Octagonal. He will run in the Australian Cup and, win or lose, will contest the Mercedes in Sydney at Rose Hill. Then may not race again. Some consideration to go to Doomben, but definitely not back to here. Are we going to farewell the Big O?
Keith, we are. It is Melbourne's last chance to see Octagonal in action, and he's been a fantastic horse over the years, and the last few weeks we've only seen him on the TV, and I think everyone at the races has got great excitement just watching him on the television, but we'll see him live on Monday. And the VRC has arranged to get as much, or to give Octagonal as big a farewell as we can. And in reciprocating as far as that goes, the owners of Octagonal, the Ingham brothers, Bob and Jack, have donated the colours that Shane Dye is going to wear on Octagonal on Monday to give away to a member of the crowd at Flemington on Monday. So everyone who goes will receive a free entry into a draw, which Shane Dye is going to conduct in the mounting yard after race 7 on Monday. And the winner of that draw will receive the Silks that Shane Dye wore on octagonal for his last race in
The
Melbourne.
Cerise livery of the Ingham stable.
That's right.
And for octagonal's last run in Melbourne, what a fantastic memento.
Well, it'll be a fantastic keepsake, Keith, of a reminder of one of Australia's greatest racehorses, and I think we'll try and get Shane to autograph the Silks and also get the Inghams and John Hawkes to autograph them as well. So it really will be a fantastic memento, and it'll be a free entry into the competition. You'll receive a free entry form when you walk into the gate, and make sure you fill out your name and address, pop it in the barrel, and as I said, Shane Dye has agreed to draw the winner's name out of the barrel after race 7.
That's fantastic. We'll speak with you more or soon, Terry, about other activities and more about the races at Flemington on Monday. We'll quickly go back to John Bell at Bendigo.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. I'm joined with winning trainer Chris Parry, and Chris, a pretty impressive win, New Kingston. Looks like he might go on to better things.
Yeah, I think he will, John. As a matter of fact, there's no doubt his city potential. Perhaps at this stage he's still got a bit more maturity to sort of bring him to city potential, but yeah, I think he's a nice horse. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the Kingston Rule breed? How have you found them overall?
Well, this is the first one I've had. Obviously, they need a bit of time, but what he's had race, I think, has shown a bit of ability, providing you give him the time, which this horse has had the time. So hopefully, he'll start to sort of bear some fruit.
Now, he was off the boards in the betting ring. Didn't see you out there. You obviously had your men out there doing it for you.
Yeah. Someone was out there, yeah. Well, I suppose his form entitled, his second at Bendigo, and he had no luck at Mornington at all. So, yeah, it was a nice race for him.
It's a funny thing we were just talking about off air, that on form, the horses run 8 to 10 at Mornington, beaten 10 lengths. You're a bit surprised to see it come up so short?
Yeah, obviously they must have watched the replay and saw that he raced 5 deep throughout, I suppose, John, yeah.
Yeah, you can't get away with much these days, can you?
No, not with this Channel 31 spy and everything.
And Mark Flaherty, you haven't wasted any time in reinstating him as one of your top jockeys?
No, well, Mark's a good rider, especially at these sort of meetings. I think he's got a little bit, a bit on most of your average jockeys. It's a bit of a shame he's got so much of a weight problem, but no, I'd happily put Mark on even in town. He's riding well. And
the recently completed yearling sales at Oaklands Junction, how did you assess them?
Yeah, I think what was worth the money sold for the money. It was a good across-the-board sale. You know, your $10,000 horse sold for $10,000, your $50,000 horse sold for $50,000. It was a good across-the-board sale, and I think probably the vendors and the buyers are both happy.
How did you fare there yourself?
Yeah, I ended up with 4 nice shillings. Well, I hope they're nice shillings. They seem to be good types. Now all we've got to do is organise some syndications for them.
Okay, well, nothing better than success to get the people in, and you've done it today with New Kingston. Congratulations, and I hope yourself and the horse go on to better things.
Good, thanks, John. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Keith, and I believe the trots are coming to us shortly, so I'll send it back to the studio.
Thanks, John. Let's have a look now at the totes. This is the first leg of the quaddie, so we'll let you take this race in. Then we'll scamper through the remaining 3 legs for you. And obviously they're the favourites. Number 3, Perfect Host on 260. Second pick, tote-wise, number 8, Absolute Joy. We've got 2 or 3 others there at under 10 to 1. The second leg of the quaddie, this will be race 6 at Shepparton. Quick glimpse at these to help you construct your quaddie in the remaining 3 minutes of betting coming up. We can't bring you that straight away. We'll go to Peter Helm at Shepparton for quick comments on this race, and then we might be able to bring you the preview of the other quaddie legs at Shepparton.
Yes, Keith, welcome back. I can tell you that number 3, Perfect Host, is a lot shorter on course than what it is on the TAB. You got much better odds on the TAB than on course. Just touching the red figures here on track with the bookmakers, so it's much better value there. There's a bit of money for number 8, Absolute Joy. It's about similar odds to the TAB. Also number 5, Cinerina is it's actually better on course with the bookmakers. It's about 2 or 3 points under on the TAB, and they are my 3 tips for this race. 3, 5 and 8 is the base leg of the quaddie, and if anyone's interested, we've got 9 and 5 in the second, 1 and 5 in the third, and 2, 4, 7 and 9 in the last. And one horse I left out in the last was a horse called Costa Plenty, trained and driven by John E. Ryan of Kilmore. We have 2 Dryans. John Edward, how's the horse going to go in the Cup?
Yeah, he'll go good. It's his first time in Country Cups class. His form's probably a bit better than it reads. But by the same token, he's drawn 1. He's got a step to be in it. You know, he's sort of he's got to go away good and be up there handy, because he can't be giving those horses any sort of starts. But if he was to have the right luck, he's no great thing to go and plunge. But if he was to have the right luck, he'd go good. Yeah.
I suppose the important question: will he step?
I think so. I hope so. I wouldn't have brought him if I didn't think. We've stood him up a bit at home, and he was sort of not too bad. But the 1 can be a bit sort of iffy for horses coming up to the stand the first time, but I think he'll step and go good.
And just quickly, you got a driver of a 2-year-old in the last race, or first starter, sorry, Baroness.
Yeah, first starter. That's Trevor Dove usually drives for that stable, but he's at Moonee Valley. Apparently goes well, drawn good, nice field. But still, if she goes good, she's got an advantage by the barrier, so we'll keep the fingers crossed.
Well, there, Keith, we've got a possible couple of winners from John E. Ryan, the Kilmore John Ryan. I'll try and get the John F. Ryan later on. But at this stage, it's still Perfect Toast is just in the red on track here, and it's much better on the TAB, but it's still the favourite ahead of Absolute Joy.
Probably run out of time now to construct your quaddies, but this is what you'll have them going into. Having looked at race 5, where the favourite is over the odds there, it's pretty open betting in the second leg of the quaddie with the favourite number 9, Absolute Power. We'll move on to race 7. You can check the price if you're fancy here. The tote fancy in general is number 8, French Legend at $2.30, while the pole, Bonjour Brandon at $4.30 and Samiego number 4 are the others in contention. And the final leg of the Shep quaddie race 8, where the runners are most in favour here, coming up in race 8. Will include a couple.
Well, this is the Cup that you're talking about, Keith, and it's a great field, and horses in the market will.
And he's a horse improving all the time. I suppose if anyone's been watching his last few runs, he's still very green. He hasn't had a lot of racing, and I think he's learning all the time. So, yeah, he's certainly up in class a bit, but we just hope that he can keep on improving.
You're surprised that he is holding favouritism?
Yeah, I haven't been down to the ring, but it certainly does surprise me a little bit. I mean, they're a lot better company today than what he's been racing against, but as I said, he'll probably have to keep on improving if he's going to be competitive against these horses.
The important question is, will you be venturing down to the betting ring?
No, not very often you see me in the betting ring. I'll leave that to the punters.
You're in trouble now if you ever get spotted there, because you know there's going to be 100,000 people following you in.
Yeah, they'll have to be pretty sharp to catch me there.
Yeah. It's a good incentive for a trainer, a race like this, a $25,000 purse midweek in a Class 4 event.
Oh, John, look, there's no doubt when we study the calendars, these are the sort of races that sort of hit our eyes first, and you know, it's a great stake to be coming all the way to Bendigo for.
Okay, the big weekend coming up. You got any runners lined up for Flemington?
I'll have a couple of runners at Flemington on Saturday and possibly one on Monday. I've got Raft and Cap Trist on Saturday and probably Dr. Zachary on Monday.
Okay, Raft looked like he was getting back to his best at Mornington a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I was really pleased to see him put in and he ran a great race in the Mornington Cup. You know, no disgrace to be beaten by Palo Verdes.
Mm. And you had Hibernian and Prince earlier in the day, a bit disappointing?
Yeah, he didn't do a hell of a lot. We took the blinkers off, and I think he's probably looking for a hell of a lot more ground. You know, he's bred to be a 1.25 mile horse, and we'll just press on with him and go up in ground.
He did show a bit of promise early in his career. Yeah,
if you go back through his form, when he got to 1,600 metres, a few of the horses that he competed against have come out and run some useful races in a bit better company. So, you know, he's been off the scene for a long time. You know, hopefully he'll be one to follow down the track a bit.
Okay, David, thanks for making yourself available to viewers of Channel 31, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
Good on you, John.
Okay, Keith, as I just mentioned, Aceway was open up around the $3.50 mark. They snapped that up, and he was into 9 to 4. Then there's just been an avalanche of money for several runners. Extended Warranty opened up at about around the $4 mark. Drifted out to the $4.50, and there was just a heap of money for the horse. He's ended up being around the $3.50 mark now, which subsequently Aceway's again drifted out to share equal favouritism around the $3.50 mark. Apache Gold opened up around $4.50.